Hello students, standard 10 chapter number 3 pair of linear equations in two variable. In exercise 3.3 in our previous period we solved the question number 2 three questions, right? So today we have to solve the question number 4, 5 and 6 in the question number 2. Okay, so first we take the question number 4. In a question number 4, the taxi charges in a city consisting of a fixed charge. That fixed charge together with the charge for the distance covered. So the taxi charges, how they take fixed charge, there is a fixed charge, some amount is there, and also they with the together with that they mention the charge for the distance covered. So you have to also pay the covered distance charge. There are a fixed amount is also there, and in additional you have to also pay the charge per the kilometer, right? So from the first statement that thing we can conclude fixed charge and together with we have to give the charge for the distance covered. Now the question is here is also mentioned for a distance of 10 km. If you travel the 10 km, you have to pay the charge is 105 rupees, and for the journey of a 15 km, you have to pay the rupees 155 rupees. So what are the fixed charge? They mention the question. What are the fixed charge and the charge per kilometer? That two things we have to find out. What are the fixed charge and charge per kilometer, right? And how much does a person have to pay for traveling a distance of 25 km? So first of all, here we in our previous period that we defined the substitution method which we have to use in exercise 3.3, and here we already defined linear equation in two variable. There we have to define pair of linear equation in two variable. So here two question is there, so we have to take the two variable. For the first question we have to take the first variable as x, second variable we have to take for the second question. So here let me take the fixed charge for the taxi is the x rupees, right? So question number 4 we have to solve here. Let me assume, let the charge, fixed charge, let me the fixed charge be rupees x, and the fixed charge we have to find out. Then the charge per kilometer, the charges per kilometer be y rupees y. Okay. For the fixed charge is x and charge per kilometer be y rupees. Now here observe the question. If you journey of the 10 kilometer, we have to pay how many rupees? 105 rupees, right? So from that we can say we make the one equation. Journey of charges for journey of 10 kilometer, charges for journey of 10 kilometer is what? 10 kilometer is what? Rupees 105. 105. What is the meaning of that? Charges of journey of 10 kilometer. As per the first statement, we have to pay the fixed charge. We have to pay the fixed charge. And fixed charge is what? Fixed charge is a x rupees. Fixed charge is a x rupees. In which we have to add charges for 10 kilometers. So 10 kilometer journey you travel. And here charge per kilometer is a y rupees. Right? So what is that meaning of that? Here is we get the 10y. Right? How we get the 10y? See, suppose I say 1 kilometer charge is 10 rupees. 1 kilometer charge is 10 rupees. Suppose I say, so 10 kilometers charge is what? 10 kilometers charge is what? So what do you do? 1 kilometer charge is 10 rupees. Then 10 kilometer, for finding out 10 kilometer charge, you do the 10 into 10. So you have to pay the 100 rupees. Right? Because 1 kilometer charge is 10 rupees. So 10 kilometer charge is what? 10 into 10. So you get the 100. So that way, per kilometer charge is a y rupees. So 10 kilometer charge is what? 10y. Right? So that's why 10 kilometer per kilometer charge is a y rupees. So 10 kilometer charge is a 10y. And they also we have to give the fixed charge. So total amount is given 105. Okay, so that type of system in Ahmedabad or Bombay, in a taxi, they take some amount as a fixed charge and remaining amount you have to give as a together with that as per the charge is fixed there, right? So that way the equation is given. Its first equation we get the x plus 10y is equal to 105 is equation number 1, right? Same way for the journey of a 50 kilometer, so they pay the charges for journey of 15 kilometer. They give the how many rupees? 155. So the charges how we can define as per the first statement. Charge they take the fixed charge as a tax, in which you have to give the charge for the distance covered. So per kilometer the charge is y rupees. So here they travel the 15 kilometers, so its charge is of 15 y is equal to 155. This is the equation number 2. Right. So that way from the equation we make a pair of linear equation in two variables x and y. Okay, here in that exercise 3.3, as we discussed in our previous period, we have to apply the substitution method. So using the substitution method, we solve this one and we find the x value as well as y value, so we get our question's answer. Right? So using the substitution method, we solve this one. So as per the substitution method, from any one of the equation we have to take, in which we have to make a one variable as a main term. Suppose from equation 1, from 1, we have to make a x as a main term. So y term goes to the right hand side. So it is become a 105 minus 10. Give the equation number 3 value. Right? Now that equation number 3 value, whatever the x value, we have to put in another equation 2. So put the value of x. The value of x is equal to 105 minus 10y in equation number 2. In equation number 2. So in equation number 2, x value we put 105 minus 10y plus 15y is equal to 155. Okay. Now that numerical value we take one of the side of the equal to. So right hand side we arrange the numerical value here minus 10y plus 15y. Minus plus minus, right? And bigger number sign we have to put. So 15 minus 10, there is a 5. 15 sign is a plus, so we get here is a 5y. Okay, and that 105 goes to the right hand side, equal to the right hand side, so it is become a minus. So 155 minus 105. 155 minus 105, so we get the 50. Right? Y value we have to find out, so that 5 goes to the right hand side in the denominator. So 50 by 5. So we get the y value is what? 10. Right? And y we assume for the charge per kilometer. So per kilometer you have to pay the 10 rupees. Per kilometer charge is what? 10 rupees. Now we have to also find out the fixed charge. So fixed charge, to finding out the x value, that y is equal to 10, we have to put in equation number 3. Put y is equal to 10 in equation number 3. And equation number 3 is what? X is equal to 105 minus 10. So we put a y value 105 minus 10 into 10. Y value is a 10. So we get the 105 minus 10 into 10 is what? 100. So there is a, we get the x value is a 5. Okay. So x value is a 5, which is represent the fixed charge, and y value is a 10. So we get the two questions answered. What are the fixed charge? So here fixed charge is rupees 5, and charge per kilometer is how many rupees? Rupees 10. Okay. So the two question answer we get. Now another question is also given. How much does a person have to take for traveling a distance of 25 km? So for traveling a 25 km charge we have to find out. So as in the question they mentioned, fixed charge so we have to already to pay, and another charge we have to pay as per the distance covered. So 25 km is distance covered, so it's rupees we have to find. Okay. So here for traveling a 25 km, for charges for 25 km, charges for 25 km. How we can define fixed charge? Fixed charge is how many rupees we find? Fixed charge 5 plus. Here charges per kilometer we have to add. So charges per 25 km is what? Here is a charges per kilometer is 10 and you travel the 25 kilometers, so 25. Or you can write that way also, x plus 25 y, as we define in the equation. Fixed charge plus charge per kilometer, here is a y, but you travel the 25, so your charges is a 25 y. So x value we find, which is a 5, plus 25 into y value we find is a 10, right? So 5 plus 2, 50, so 255 rupees we have to pay for the 25 kilometer run. Okay, so that way we solve the question number 4 of the question number 2 using a substitution method. Now we solve the question number 5. Now we solve the question number 5 solution. We write here. Question number 4 is completed. Question number 5 solution. So read the question. A fraction becomes 9 by 11. Okay, normally fraction how we can write? Numerator upon denominator. That way we write the fraction. Here is a numerator, there is a number, and denominator there is a number. So they said fraction become a 9 by 11. But in which case, if 2 is added to the both numerator and the denominator. In numerator and denominator, if you add 2, then your fraction is become a 9 by 11. Okay. Another thing is given, if 3 is added to both numerator and denominator, if numerator and denominator, if you add by the 3, then your fraction is become a 5 by 6. So they say find out the fraction. So here for finding out the fraction, then we require a 2 value. Which 2 value? We require a numerator as well as denominator. So for finding out fraction, we have to assume a 2 variable, right? For the numerator and the denominator. So we assume here, let the numerator be x and the denominator be y, right? X is numerator, denominator is y, then fraction is what? Fraction is what? X by y. Fraction we can write as a x by y. We have to find out the fraction. It means we have to find out x value and y value. We have to put here, so we get the given question's answer. Okay, fraction we can find out. So here we have to make a 2 linear pair equation in 2 variables. So from the first statement, observe 9 by 11 you get the fraction. In which condition 2 is added on both numerator and denominator. So from the case 1, this is a case 1. So we can define after adding 2 on numerator as well as denominator, right? So our fraction we get, fraction is 9 by 11. So here fraction is that numerator we have to add 2, in denominator we have to add 2, x plus 2 and y plus 2. So fraction what you get? 9 by 11. As per the first statement, fraction is become 9 by 11 if 2 is added on both numerator and denominator. So in numerator we add the plus 2, in denominator we add the plus 2, then our fraction is become a 9 by 11. Right? So now what we have to do? We have to do the cross multiplication. So that 11 is multiplied to the x plus 2 and that y plus 2 is multiplied to the right hand side with the 9. So if you multiply inside, so we get the 11x plus 11 into 2 is a 22. If you multiply 9 inside the bracket, so 9 into y, 9y plus 9 to the 18. We write in the standard form of the linear pair of equation. So all term we arrange in the left hand side. So we get the 11x, then the y term which is in the right hand side of the equal to, if it comes to the left hand side, so it become a minus 9. Here is a plus 22, right? Here is a plus 18 is come to the left hand side, become a minus 18 is equal to 0. get the 11x minus 9y. 22 minus 18 plus 4 is equal to 0. Okay, so this is equation number 1. Now we have to make a case 2 from the second equation. 3 is added on both numerator and denominator, then fraction is become a 5 by 6. So this is a case 2. This is a case 2 is what? In numerator and denominator, if you add 3, y plus 3, then your fraction is become a 5 by 6. Okay, the same way we have to make the equation, write the cross multiplication. Here is a 2 terms, so we have to multiply 6 with that 2 in a bracket. 6 is multiplied with x plus 3. Here is a 2 term which is multiplied with the 5y plus 3. So 6 is multiplied inside the bracket, so 6x plus 6 is a 18. This 5 is multiplied inside the bracket, so 5y plus 50. Right, all terms we arrange in the left hand side. So here 6x minus 5y plus 18 minus 15 is equal to 0. 6x minus 5y plus 18 minus 15 we get as a 3 is equal to 0. This is equation number 2. Now we have to use the substitution method, right? So any one of the equation we have to select and we have to make a main term as a one of the variable. So from the equation number 2, suppose in which I make a x variable as a main term, so that both term is goes to the right hand side, so minus 5y become a plus 5y in equal to the right hand side, plus 3 is become a minus 3. And here 6 is goes to the right hand side, it will become a denominator. 5y minus 3 divided by 6. Give the equation number 3. And that value, x value, we have to put in equation number 1. Right? So put the value of x is equal to 5y minus 3 divided by 6 in equation number 1. In equation number 1. Okay. So here what it is become? 11 into x is there. X value we have to put 5y minus 3 divided by 6 minus 9y plus 4 is equal to 0. Now see here. There is a 3 terms on the left hand side. Having a first term, have a denominator is 6. That 2 term is not a denominator, there is a 1. Okay. So we take the LCM in a left hand side, which is a 6 we take as LCM. So that 11 is multiplied inside of the numerator of these 2 terms. So 11 into 5y is become a 55y. 11 into minus 3, so minus 33. And the 2 terms LCM we take as a 6. So here we need to multiply with 6 and here we need to multiply with 6. So here we get the minus 54y. And here we get the 6 4s are 24 is equal to 0. Right? In left hand side, all terms LCM I take as a 6. So that 2 terms we need to multiply with 6. So we get this one. Okay. Now 55y minus 54y. 55y minus 54y. So we get the y only. Right? We get the y. Minus 33 plus 24. Right? Minus 33 plus 24. So we get the minus 9. Minus 9. Now that 6 is multiplied with the right hand side with the equal to 0. So 0 into 6 we get only 0. Right? So minus 9 is goes to the right hand side. So we get the plus 9. So y value we get which is a 9. Okay. Now we have to find out the x value. Y value we get as a 9. So that y value we have to put in equation number 3. So we get the x value. So here we have to define put y is equal to 9 in equation number 3. So x is equal to 5 into 9 minus 3 divided by 6. Right? So 5 into 9 is 45 minus 3 divided by 6. So we get the 42 divided by 6. So what we get? X value is 7. Right? 6 7 is 42. So we get the x value as a 7. So we have to find out the fraction. X value we get as 7, y value we get as a 9. So fraction is what? At last we have to mention the answer. So this is a question number 5 that we have to solve. Right? Now we have to solve the question number 6. Now question number 6 is important many time asked in an exam. So we have to solve the question number 6. This is a question number 6 is a age regarding sound. In each and every methods, you have to try to solve that type of problem, which is useful in examination. See the question number 6. Fire hands. Fire hands means after fire. Right. The age of Jacob will be 3 times that of his son. So here they give the comparison of the ages of the two person. Two person is what? Father and son's age relation is given. The age of Jacob which is 3 times that of his son, right? And 5 years ago means previous year fire, before fire, which is Jacob age was 7 times that of his son. So what are their present ages? So both persons' present ages we have to find out. So what is our question? According to you have to assume a variable. Here, what are their present ages? So Jacob's present age as well as his son's present age. We have to find out. So what the question number 2, 6th one solution. Solution here I represent. So for that we have to find out present ages. So let we take the let the present age of first person is a Jacob is whose present age is a X. Right. Then his son, Jacob's son, present age we have to assume because that thing we have to also find out. Both present ages we have to find out. Let the present age of Jacob's sons is equal to second variable is a y. Right? Now we have to read the statement carefully. Then after we have to make a equation. Okay. Fire hands. See right now here both persons present age is a x and y. So fire hands means after fire. Both person age will be here. Jacob's age will be x plus 5 and Jacob's son age will be 5 plus 5. Right? Next relation is whatever relation is given. This is a fire hands relation is given. So here we have to mention fire hands. Jacob's age will be what? Present is x here. So fire after x plus 5. And Jacob's son age is what? Jacob's son age is what? Right now present age is a y. So fire hands its age is a y plus 5. Now fire hands they give the relation between Jacob's and Jacob's son, which age of Jacob will be 3 times that of his son. So we represent here that relation. Age of Jacob will be 3 times. Age of Jacob will be 3 times of his son. So age of his son or age of Jacob's son. That relation is given in a question. Right? Fire has the age of Jacob says which will be 3 times of that of his son. So age of Jacob's son. So fire hands related data here we mention. Age of Jacob is what? X plus 5 is equal to 3 times. Age of Jacob's son age is what? Y plus 5. Right? Now that 3 we multiply inside. So x plus 5 is equal to 3y plus 15. Right? Then 3y we take in the left hand side, 5 we take in the right hand side. So x minus 3y is equal to 15 minus 5. So x minus 3y is equal to 10. Give the equation number 1. Okay? This is very easy as regarding sum, but it is be sure. First of all, you have to assume for the both person present as x and y. Then after you have to take the condition. After how many year or before how many year the condition is given. Here fire hence is given. So after fire both persons age we have to mention. And in a question they make the relation. Age of Jacob is 3 times the age of that of his son. So we have to put the according to the value and we find out the first equation. Now second, read the statement. 5 year ago. So before whatever the present, in that 5 year ago we have to go. Suppose right now the present age of any person is a 10, then 5 year ago his age is 5 year, right? Because 10 minus 5. So that way, 5 year ago's condition we have to write for both the person. Means 5 year ago, present age of Jacob is x. So age of Jacob will be 5 year ago is what? Age of Jacob will be x minus 5. Because present age is x, so 5 year ago its age will be x minus 5. And Jacob's son age of Jacob's son 5 year ago is what? Right now present is a y year, so 5 year ago y minus 5. Okay. Now read the condition. 5 year ago Jacob age was the 7 times that of his son. So we have to make a condition. Age of Jacob as per the given question. Jacob's age was how many times? 7 times. So is equal to 7 times the age of his son. So here we have to write age of Jacob's son. Jacob's son. So 5 year ago we mentioned the age of Jacob, which is x minus 5, is equal to 7 times. Age of Jacob's son 5 year ago is y minus 5. So inside we have to multiply. So x minus 5 is equal to 7y minus 35. So y term we take in the left hand side, numerical term we take in the right hand side. So x minus 7y is equal to minus 35. Minus 5 comes to the right hand side, so plus 5. So here we get the x minus 7y is equal to minus 35 plus 5 minus 30. This is equation number 2. Right? This is equation 1, this is equation 2. We have to solve by the substitution method. So from the equation 1, we make x as a main variable, and that x value we have to substitute in another equation as a 2. Right? So from equation 1, suppose x is a main term, so minus 3y goes to the right hand side, it is become a plus 3y. So x is equal to 10 plus 3y. Give the third equation. Equation 3. Now that equation 3 or x value we put in equation number 2. Put x is equal to 10 plus 3y in equation number 2. In equation number 2. So in equation number 2, what it is become? 10 plus 3y. X is a 10 plus 3y minus 7y. Minus 7y. Minus 7 is equal to minus 30. Right? Now plus 3y minus 7. So we get the minus 4y. Plus 10 is goes to the right hand side, become a minus 10. Right? So minus 4y is equal to minus 40. Addition of the two number is what? Minus 40. That multiplication of y, which is a minus 4, is goes to the right hand side. So in a denominator we have to write minus 40 upon minus 4. Minus minus is cancel out. 40 by 4, we get the y is equal to 10. Right? And y we assume for the present age of Jacob's son. Jacob's son age is what? 10 years. Okay. Now we have to find out the Jacob's present age. So in equation number 3, we have to put y value. Put y is equal to 10 in equation number 3. In equation number 3. So we get the x value. So 10 plus 3 times y value is a 10. So we get the x is equal to 10 plus 3 into 10 means 30. So we get the x is equal to 10 plus 30 is what? 40. So Jacob's present age is represent x. So x value is a 40. Right? So we at last we have to write our answer in a statement form. So they ask what are the present age. So we have to write Jacob's present age is how many year? 40 year. 40 year. And Jacob's sons present age is how many year? Y value is what? 10 year. Okay. So that way we can use the substitution method and we can solve the statement equation in exercise 3.3.